for like a hot 5 seconds.
Hello, we are live.
Going, going.
So while we give everybody a minute to get in here, because I just got the notification.
Right?
Um, if you are here, thank you. Please like and share and subscribe and all of those things. Check out our Patreon for more stuff. I'm not real high energy today,
We are very mm,
at least not
chilling.
yet, because this subject's going to get me feist.
Feisty, feisty. It's gonna be fun.
So I think we should just get right to the point.
Get to it. Get it
This is
to
not going to be the world's longest episode because I feel like it can be summed up pretty simply. That animal is not your familiar.
Nope.
Just how I will die on the hill of saying you are not an empath, I will firmly most of the time be like, that is not your familiar. One, I'm not sure if you know what a familiar is because you can't just go buy one. And
Nope.
two, and two, not every animal is spiritual, like spiritually inclined, like I've met some animals that you're like just like, oh, bless your heart, there ain't a spiritual bone in your body, you little dorky dog. My aunt had one of the dumbest dogs I've ever seen in my life, and I'm just like, ain't nothing special about you.
You so dumb, you so cute.
Right, like, oh, at least you're cute, I guess. um okay, sorry, my phone just distracted the hell out of me. But no. So yeah, I firmly believe that you cannot just go and pick up a familiar on Friday after on payday. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Um, so odds are Fluffy is not your familiar. It's not your spirit animal because those also don't go on sale. And I just feel like people romanticize this life so much, and I feel like it's unnecessary because there's already so many cool things about it that you don't have to check every box.
No. Don't have to have everything in the new witch starter kit.
I'm an empath with my familiar that I've had for a week, and I just feel like you can't have every spiritual gift because one, gifts are rare, and two,
Let's
having two gifts is like almost unheard of, more or less all of them. um then on top of it, familiars are not something that, again, you pick out like, oh, I want a fox, or oh, I want this. It's that's
like I
let me
love
pull
my
some
cat.
stuff up.
Like I absolutely love my cat to death. But she is an asshole and she is not magical. Unless you count her bringing me dead birds and baby moles as magical, she is not. She is a giant asshole. She
Well,
likes to destroy my stuff. So, just because she found me does not mean she is my familiar. She
so
found me because she saw kids with food.
I was always under the impression that a familiar comes to you.
Yeah.
um but I also read a few things that suggested that you can kind of create one. I feel like that's something that most people won't actually be able to do.
I don't think so either, honestly.
And that's another thing too, that I'll probably get into on another day, but a lot of spell work is also romanticized to the point where it's like you think you can shapeshift actual humans or something like that into something else. Like you can't be like, hey, that guy's cute, I want him to be my familiar, so I'm going to put his spirit into this toad. Like that's not how that works.
No.
um there's a lot of weird things that are convoluted, and a lot of things that are like, oh, let me put his spirit in this doll or something like that. It's actually not quite so literal. It's usually something along the lines of, messing with their head.
Yes. And we've talked about this before, but the whole, what is it? The other kin, the Therians who think they're someone, want to be somebody's familiar.
Yeah, that's weird. But
Yeah.
my thing with that we could probably do semi separately. Actually, I think we already talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of one of those things where things are romanticized and kind of people put dubs on it. Say, "Oh, I transform into this or that and the other." And it might be something where like they're in a meditative state and it's in their mind. Um,
Yeah.
but they take it more literal, and that to me is unnecessary because again, the the fact that your soul is already intertwined with these other souls or
Thing.
whatever, yeah, other things, um that is special enough in and of itself and not normal. So you don't have to sit there and try to convince me that your bones take a different shape because they
Yeah,
don't.
they do
And I'm
not.
just, they
This
don't, honey.
this
I
is
don't
not
care.
American Werewolf in Paris or London where you're just cracking and snapping and changing.
And it's the same with familiars. You can't just decide that this one has a spirit that was sent to you. Um, Most of the time, most people's pets are not sent to them. They
No.
are obtained. Now, they're, especially us who like cats, sometimes they are kind of bestowed on us. But
Yeah.
again, that's not always a spiritual thing. Um, I think it's actually much more rare and meaningful to build bonds with animals just for the sake of the bond being there. But people always
Yeah.
want to make it more than what it is. And I hate it. You don't have to romanticize everything. Sometimes you just need to accept and love things for what they are because it's already special. Like those people that befriend crows or magpies, or what's the
Yes.
other one? What's the other one?
Ravens.
Raven, there we go.
Yeah, the
Um,
Raven.
like the people who befriend corvids, that's special as fuck, and they will remember you and share that with their
Yeah,
friends and
because
stuff. And
those
it's like you
birds
got
are
it.
picky as shit.
Yeah, and they'll mob for you for real. So
They will hold a grudge for like 17 years against you and then everybody who comes after you.
yeah. So like I said, you don't have to romanticize being cool with the neighborhood coyote or being cool with the raccoon on the block. Like to me, that's already special in its mundane
I want
form.
to fight the raccoon in my neighborhood. Come on.
See, not
I
all
want
raccoons are spirit animals.
I
Mine
want
are.
to I want to fight them for destroying things.
And
But
see,
like,
that's another perfect thing is when it comes to like spirit animals and familiars and things like that. Um, you don't get to pick. I would have never picked a fucking raccoon. I mean, I love them now. It was a
and
learned thing though. But I definitely would have picked like a pit bull or something stupid, like for sure, because that's just me. And that's how I know a lot of this is fake. It's a lot of things like how convenient is it that your familiar just happens to be your favorite kind of cat? Like, you know what I mean? Like it
I
just
mean, well, like, okay, so you said spirit animal. Fearless said spirit animals and familiars are not the same. A lot of
no, I know.
people use these terms interchangeably, though.
Yes.
See,
That's
that's
true.
a big problem too.
I fortunately was taught early on the difference between them.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're right. A lot of people do can like use them interchangeably, and that is wrong.
it is.
So, do we want to break down the difference?
Sure.
No.
I'm like, I mean, like, I, I guess because like I can explain it to people who understand me, but like I can't explain it
Okay,
to
I
others.
got it.
There.
So, a spirit animal is a animal that okay, so I've heard this two different ways. The way I see it is it's an animal with that gives you guidance.
Yeah.
It shows up when you're ready because this was not an animal I had any connection to prior.
No.
um, and it shows up in a very spiritual form. It didn't
Yes.
show up. It wasn't a literal raccoon on my porch. It was in dreams, it was in visions, and then it became more literal.
And then they started
Um,
harassing everybody.
yeah, and then they started harassing everybody around me. Oopsie poopsie. So, and then there's another one, and I believe this is only for certain traditions, and I know certain Native Americans believe this, so maybe don't co-opt that if you're not part of this. But another one is that you share that animal's spirit. Like
Yes.
like part of that is in you. It dictates kind of who you are and how
And
you move
finding
and your personality.
and the way you find that is a totally different way because it's a whole like ceremonial journey to do that. So,
Again, you don't go get to find a pet turtle and be like, this is my spirit animal. No, that's not how that works. Um, and now the way that I see the spirit animals, that might be me misspeaking. There might be a better term for that, but I've not come across it in my years of reading about it. So um, don't shoot the messenger.
and the thing with spirit animals,
Familiars,
they can change depending on your
yes.
life needs at that time.
I know. I can say that's a little sad too, because I've noticed lately that raccoons are not nearly as prevalent. And it makes me really sad because they were such a vital part to like the very beginning of my
Of
path.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
You muted me.
Wrong button.
But no, I was saying you muted me instead of yourself. Love that. So like I was saying, they held like significance in the beginning of my journey, and now they're just kind of in the background, which is cool. But yes, it can change. It depends on like lessons you're learning, things you're going through at the time, so on and so forth. Now familiars are basically a fetch, like that's like they work for you.
Yeah.
um and that's the thing. This is the one that really gets me. Like spirit animals, it's harder to actually prove it. But when it comes to familiars, I'd be like, okay, so send them to go get something, anything. Tell them to go get it.
Yeah,
Why aren't they
dude.
going to get it?
I'm like,
Why isn't Frou Frou the poodle going to get it? It's your familiar, right? So why is he not going to gather your ingredients for you, or the person that you want to put a hex on? Why isn't it delivering it? What?
yeah.
Why is she just sitting there on her bed, looking pampered and prissy like you?
Right. Oh, oh, but yeah, like for me, familiars are like, I don't know. For me, it's harder to like think about like a familiar because, like you said, they're your fetch. They're supposed to do this. They're supposed to, project their spirit in a different form to like your enemy or whatnot. And, they're supposed to be part of your like spell working, like at your side and all up in the business. And
They're your assistant,
yeah, essentially that's what they are. They're like your little assistant, but like I'm sorry, but when I'm
but against their will.
yeah, so like
That's another thing too, is most of the time it's against their will. Like this is
oh,
something that you've done to them. Do you know what I mean? Like you've indentured themselves to you. It's not a good loving relationship. It's a I'm using you to get what I want.
yeah, like I'm sorry, my cat is gonna be up in my business. Like just because your animal is up in your business at your altar or your working table or whatever when you're doing stuff, doesn't mean they're you're familiar because like I can be doing something and like Clover smells something like there's an herb or an oil I'm using. So she's gonna be up in my business, like knocking shit over and like putting her
Because
big
their
fat
senses
head
are
in.
higher.
Yeah, so
Their
she's gonna,
senses are higher. They can smell it. She's like, ooh, what's that?
yeah, her big fat head has been up in my pans and my bowls many times, knocking things over because something in there triggered her smell. She's not over there helping me be magical. She's over there being a nuisance.
Yeah, and another thing too is even if your animal brings you things, it doesn't necessarily make them a familiar either. I had a dog that would bring me money, quite
See?
literally. And yeah, I loved her, but anytime she would go outside, she would just randomly find dollar bills, $20 bills, and bring it in. And I'm like, thank you.
By any chance, did she
I was
come?
a nice owner. I was a
Which,
nice owner though. Anytime she brought money in, I would take her to Petco. And I don't know if they still have this because I haven't had a dog in years. But they used to have like a dog treat buffet
the cookie
there where
bar.
you, yeah, the cookie bar, whatever it's called, and
Yeah.
you buy it by weight. So anytime she brought money in, I would just take her there and we would spend all of it on snacks for her.
She knew what
Okay,
she
so we have
needed.
a question. And it's, do y'all believe an animal can volunteer to be a familiar? I think no.
Yeah.
I don't think the animal can. Um, I mean, I might be wrong, but I've never heard of that. And I'm not gonna lie, like I don't have the largest network of practitioners, but I've spoken to a couple dozen, and I'm not gonna lie, most of them don't even have familiars. It's
No,
not a thing like that. I don't People don't understand that it really is rare.
it is. Like,
Most witches do not have a familiar. Most
I
of the
don't know.
time, you got to go get your own shit.
Yeah, like I don't know anybody personally. Well, I
No.
mean, a few of the kooks that we've ran into are like, I have this at pet and that pet, and they're my familiar, and it's like, as
Okay.
they're cool. Yeah,
That's
they're
what I
just
say. I'm just like, okay. I'm not even going to give you the O. Just okay.
yeah, like
Because I don't believe you. I will believe you when you send that motherfucker to get something in front of me and it brings it back.
yeah,
If
like
you're like, I need, because I need a swan bone, specifically a left rib of a swan. And so if Fluffy can go get that for me, I'll believe you. Have him go get it.
oh, yeah, dude. Like it's just funny because like I don't like I've never met anybody. Even like when I first started and I met like a whole bunch of older women in Phoenix and stuff, like
Mhm.
nobody had a familiar. Apparently it's not like this one lady I met doing classes and stuff, like herbal classes and stuff. She said it's absolutely unnecessarily not necessary to put an animal in your magical, like in magical bondage for you. And
Mhm.
she viewed it as like,
Slavery.
yes, there you go. She viewed it as slavery and torture to that
Yes.
animal.
Like I was saying, it's not a good relationship. This is not your bestie. And it irritates me because a lot of people will be like, oh, well, my cat calms me down when I'm doing workings. Cats already do that. That's a regular
That's
cat thing.
their,
That's a
that's just,
mundane cat thing. It's their studies shown that like their purring calms us down and they emit a chemical that makes you love them more and things like that. So it's
if
that's not
anything,
magic.
you're their familiar slave because you
That
like,
part, go get my food, you know?
we're animals, bitches. It's not the other way around.
Yeah. So no, I don't think an animal is going to come volunteer to do
Mm-mm.
this for you because again, I think a lot of people don't know what a familiar is. They think a familiar is just their best friend animal, and that's just a animal friend. Like it's not magical in the least.
No, it's not. Like,
I mean, it's cool. Like, and that's the thing is stop. Like, why can't people just accept things for the simple good thing that it is?
yeah.
Befriending any animal, whether it's something as simple as a house cat, or if it's a raccoon, or if it's a fox, or if it's a wolf, whatever it is. Please don't go trying to befriend wolves.
Please don't. We don't need to see that in the
um,
newspaper.
but I'm just saying, whatever animal it is that you build a bond with, um, that is special in and of itself.
It
So
really is.
you don't have to make it sound like something that it's not. And again, a familiar is somebody who you control. So no. We got another question. So thoughts
Yeah.
on using pets as an energy source, voluntarily or not? Okay. So I think with cats, there is no involuntarily doing anything. So
No.
dogs, my thing is I don't believe I like animals more than I like humans. So
Yeah.
I will steal energy from a human before I would steal it from an animal because I feel like an animal is more likely to give you energy voluntarily if they like you. So let's
Yes.
say you have like a really really energetic lab, like a labrador. because we all know they got hella energy.
Dude,
So
right?
they're already gonna give you energy because they want to go for walks. They want to play. They're like, hey, come on, let's do something. Let's do something. Let's do something. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Park, walk. Let's go.
Let's
Um,
go.
car, like let's go. So I think they're automatically either going to drain you or give you energy. But with animals, you got to remember they're their own creature too. And if they're not fucking with you right now, they're not fucking with you right now.
Mm-mm.
Um, I feel like humans are just naturally easier to harvest energy from because we're the same.
Yeah, exactly. Animals is just crazy. Like if I want to be, if I want that mean energy, it's my cat. It's Clover for sure.
But
Because,
as far as like, sorry, go ahead.
but yeah, other than that, like you said, I'd rather use a human instead of my poor
Yeah,
animal.
I would. I plus humans tend to have a larger quantity of it, regardless of what energy you're going for.
Hmm.
Um, but as far as like judgments on voluntarily or not, I one, don't tell people. Don't tell people where you get your energy from, and then you won't have to worry about whether it's seen negatively or not, because nobody will know. I just, me personally, I like animals too much to do anything against their will.
Exactly.
And cats, if they love you, they're already going to give you
They're already
energy
giving
and
you it.
love. Yeah.
Yeah, they're already giving it to you like willingly because, they love you. And
Plus,
dogs,
I'm a big believer in harm oh God, I'm going to say this wrong. Harmonics, I think is what it is.
yes.
And that's where it's basically where everything affects everything around itself and each other. So the closer you are to something, the more it's going to affect you, but it's going to affect you no matter how far away you are, because no matter what, you're some kind of proximity from it. That I this gets a little crazy because it's rooted in astrology. But it's one of those things where, let's say something is as far away as possible from you, but you still know that it's there.
Yeah.
Like a perfect example is like looking on a grander scale, like things that are going on around the globe. Granted, I'm here in the state I'm in the country I'm in, but things that are going on the other side of the country are very much affecting me here. Um, Not the same way it is if I was there while it was happening, obviously, but nonetheless. So it's the same with animals and people in your house. If my husband is in a bad mood and he's in the same room as me, I'm going to feel that more than if he was in the living room and I was in a different room.
Exactly.
And that's kind of how that works with any and everything. So if you have animals around you, you're going to feel their energy regardless of how close or far away they are from you. But of course, if they're laying on you, you feel it more. Like I had a cat that was super calming to me. Me and that cat were like best friends. And whenever he would lay on my back, it was just so, I don't know, I was at peace.
Yeah.
But just being in the house that he's in made me feel more peaceful because like my homie's here. That's my best friend. I love that cat. Like me and that cat were super close. I would carry him around like a baby. And yeah, like rest in peace, Mr. Kitty Lump Lumps. Yes, he had a
Oh,
ridiculous name, but
I
no,
mean,
but that just goes to show that you can have a cat that you have a ridiculous bond with who actually does help you calm down and focus and work and do whatever it is that you need to do. But he wasn't my spirit animal, he wasn't my familiar, he wasn't any of that.
well,
Um, oh, okay. So the question of using pets as an energy source also was meant to be as like if they were a familiar. Familiars are slaves.
yeah,
So, I mean, you can kind of take that how you want it, but if a familiar is a slave and you're talking about taking energy, I mean, how is that any different than taking anything else from them? You already enslaved them.
yeah.
So, at that point, I mean, their energy is kind of already yours, and your everything you have them do is involuntary.
Okay, like let's see. One of my favorite Disney movies, Maleficent. What's his name?
Maleficent.
Yeah. Like what's that guy's name?
I don't know. I didn't watch it that much. I didn't like it.
Oh, I loved it, but like, what do you call it?
I know what you're
He,
talking about. The guy that turns into a crow.
yeah, he turns into all the different things. Like,
Yeah.
he's her familiar because she has him magically enslaved.
And as you can, I do kind of remember it. And, he's not happy about it. It's
No,
not
he's
great.
never happy because he has no say in what he can and can't do. It's whenever she says, I need you to do this, it's you're gonna go do this, and he turns into whatever animal form he needs to or is told to and does it with like bitching and moaning the whole time, but he still
Yeah.
has to do it. So
I
like,
wish more practitioners called it what it was. It's slavery.
yeah,
And we can give it the cute little name, but at the end of the day, it's an animal spirit or spirit in an animal that you have enlisted to do your bidding against their will.
yeah.
Because at that point, everything, no matter what you ask of them, it's against their will, no matter what it is. Even if you love them, it's still against their will.
Because animals can't not
So
give.
if that's something that matters to you, you might want to consider that because people misuse the word familiar all the time as just an animal they have a bond with.
Yeah,
And that is
because
not what this is.
animals cannot give you verbal consent to be all, okay, master, I'm gonna go do this for you, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
Like, that's just how I feel about it. Like, animals cannot give you the verbal consent to have them do XYZ for you or give you XYZ energy.
But the way I feel about it is if you have a familiar and you're worried about taking energy from them involuntarily, I'd be like, what's the difference between doing that and anything else you're having them do?
Mm,
But also, again, if you cannot send said creature out to do something for your working and then they come back with it. That's not what's happening here.
like, also, aren't familiars supposed to be hidden within the body? Like in the show Salem with what's her name's little froggy?
I don't know. I don't use movies for for witchcraft references, so I
No,
don't
but
know.
like the lore of it, like, I mean, I love that show Salem,
I
but
did watch it.
like how she has her familiar, like she shoves up down people's throats and
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay.
yeah, like aren't they
Um
supposed to be hidden within body cavities
I
when
don't
they're
I don't
being
know.
used?
I don't know because there's also lots of lore and books
Yeah.
about it just being the animal.
Hmm.
So I don't know. But again, m- my stance on it is way more rooted in reality.
Yeah, no.
It's very much an animal that you're controlling. And again, 9 times out of 10, that's not even what's happening.
Mm-mm.
It's just your pet. It's fine. You don't like, you know what I mean? And good luck because having a familiar isn't just like getting a pet and then deciding. It's very much like commandeering that animal. And
Yeah.
if you think that animal is going to love you or even like you after doing that, um again, best of luck.
And this is gonna sound very terrible, but like you stealing that animal's energy so often is going to diminish that poor animal, and they're not gonna
Yeah,
live
it's
as
going to
long as they
die.
should.
Yeah. I'm like it's going to die.
It's not gonna live as
Um
long as it should. So you might
I'm
have Fluffy
also
for like 5 years instead of 15.
yeah. I'm also very much this is going to sound contradictive, but I promise it's not. I do not believe in abusing animals, and that means I would never want a familiar. Like
Mm-mm.
spirit animals fine, but a familiar, I don't need to control an animal to get energy or to get ingredients for my workings. To me, that's lazy,
Yeah.
especially in 2026 when everything shows up at your doorstep, everything is a walk or a drive away. Grow up. You know what I mean? Like, again, another thing too is this is not fucking Harry Potter. Not everything is all theatrical and shit that you see in movies. And it drives me crazy. As a practitioner who is a huge Harry Potter fan and always has been, it drives me crazy how many people just assume that it's the exact same level of fantastical.
No, it's
Magic is
not.
really boring after a while.
And gross and
And
dirty.
dirty, and I'm tired of cleaning up fucking salt from everywhere in my house, and it gets a little irritating. It's no different than anything else that you do all of the time.
Yes.
Going to work every day is not fun because you did it yesterday and the day before and the day before for the last 10, 20, 30, however many years. um so you kind of lose, well, I don't want to say I lose it because when I still do workings it still feels how it feels, but expecting to see like floating orbs and sparks shooting out of your wands and people floating and animals going to do your bidding and people transforming into animals. This is not a movie.
Mm-mm.
It's
I
very much real life. It's pretty boring. It's pretty mundane. Even the magical parts are way more mundane than movies would have you think.
I can't snap my
Um,
fingers and everything's perfect.
yeah.
This is
Um,
not Bewitched.
and a lot of things are also very much dependent on upon the level of sacrifice you have to make. And because a lot of things that people think are doable, but it requires a level of sacrifice that most people are not comfortable with.
Mm-mm.
And and that's fine. I'm gonna leave that there. I will not be delving further into it, but maybe on a Patreon episode, because when I say anything is possible, I do mean anything. But there's levels to this shit, and yeah,
That's how that
but
rolls.
but yeah. So I don't, like I said, I don't think this is going to be too long of an episode. There's not a ton to say about it other than basically what we've already said. It's a pet, it's not a familiar. Um, and if you want to know, there's a simple way to test it. Be like, hey, I need this ingredient for this working, go get it. And if they just sit there and look at you like you're stupid, it's because you are, and they're your pet.
Exactly. And they're waiting for that treat that you told them they'd get, you know? That's how that rolls.
Listen, Fearless, me too. So Fearless just said, I
We
wish
all
Harry
do,
Potter
girl.
type magic was real. Yeah,
We
we all do.
all do.
But
I would be
also, with the amount of evil in this world, I'm kind of glad it's not.
right. We don't need some Voldemorts and all that all around.
Yeah,
We
we
already have
already
enough.
have, yeah, we have enough going on to where I'm glad it is the way it is because um so the harder stuff is exactly that. It's very difficult. You got to do some crazy shit. You got to have crazy ingredients to do certain things. I have some really old witchcraft books, and I'm just like at some of the
You have
ingredients.
what?
How
I
did you
need
get
to.
that?
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you from all of us.
So so yeah, uh read old witchcraft books, y'all. They're fun.
It's like,
They're
where do I get that now?
you need like a gallstone from a goat, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening here, but I don't know where to get that. So
I can only imagine calling the farms around here that have goats and
hey, does
stuff.
one of your goats have gallstones?
They're gonna be like, what is wrong with you?
They're gonna hang up on me and call the police. So
Maybe this is a good thing my child wants to be a veterinarian.
hey, no, for real. I'm gonna be bothering the shit out of her. She's gonna be like, I'm tired of you.
I'm so
Stop fuck.
tired of you
Please
all.
stop calling me for stupid shit like bones. Yeah, sorry.
There you go.
Hey, I'm not kidding though. If anybody can get me a left rib bone from a swan, I will pay whatever it takes to get it. Not whatever. Please don't go kill it. But
Ugh.
yeah.
I'm gonna have like 30 bone
This went
chills.
off on a I spiraled out here. I don't even know how we got here.
Do we
Anyways, yeah.
ever?
So I guess to sum it up and piss off a ton of people who, you know what, I'm not gonna stereotype today. I'm in a good mood. I'll be nice. So, though there's a lot of people probably really irritated with the fact that their precious little parakeet is not their fetch, but yeah. She said a veterinarian. Yes, somebody wants to be
Yes,
a
the
veterinarian.
the youngest in the house wants to be a veterinarian.
I'm
So,
happy about that. I love animals. Save all the animals.
yep, that's her plan.
She said,
I
I call
called.
dibs on all feathers.
I will let her know her
I think it's
aunties have
funny.
a list here.
I think it's funny though, because I've noticed with witches, everybody has like a favorite thing to kind of work with. I assume hers is feathers because I was also gifted some feathers. So I'm sensing a theme here. Mine is
Oh,
bones. I really like bones. I do.
yeah.
That seems a little dark, but oh well. So I have a list of bones I want. So if you hunt or anything like that and have some bones, I
Actually,
need some stuff.
I forgot to send you the
I need a
raccoon
turtle shell
skull.
too. I
I
will
have a.
fight you. I will fight you.
That's what I meant to send you. I have a turtle shell you can have, and
I
then
need a turtle shell. I need a I need damn near every kind of raccoon bone that exists, but namely the skull
I have the
and a
skull.
paw.
See, I knew when I got your stuff together this week, it wasn't supposed to be just an envelope. I had
Y'all, we're
shit
never
for
gonna be
you.
live again because I'm gonna beat her to death.
I was so worried about getting the marigolds out like ASAP. I forgot to put other things in a box for you.
So thanks for joining us for our series finale because it'll just be me next week.
Oh, dude, I had a
It'll
whole
be
bunch.
me with a raccoon and a human skull.
Oh,
Sorry, this is what happens when I'm actually awake and have coffee in me and I'm sober and yeah, so now I'm all giggly and guess what? And I guess murdery. Yeah.
uh,
Anyways, that cat ain't your familiar. Bye. My bad. I really wanted to leave on that note, but anyway, thanks for being here, y'all. Bye.